you guys know I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan, so I got to talk about my man Kawhi. But I'm going to talk about him in a different capacity right now. I'm not going to talk too long in this episode. Y'all know that I said the Clippers are coming. Y'all know I said that. In case you don't know, let me remind you, the Clippers are coming. They won their last 6 games, not against scrub teams, not against like bottom feeders. They beat elite teams. They beat Houston, the OKC Thunder, Nuggets. These are all playoff teams. Philadelphia 76ers, they beat all of them. Now, granted, the Philadelphia 76ers game, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons didn't play, but they've shown that they could beat that team. Hell, Kawhi beat that team in the Eastern Conference last season. But anyway, I told y'all the Clippers were coming. I remember some of you guys were like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I told you guys, chill. It's all a matter of health. If they're healthy and their full roster is available, I have a firm belief that Doc Rivers and Kawhi is going to be able to get that team on the right page. And ever since Kawhi subtly barked on his team in a recent press conference, they've gotten their act together. And these dudes are mean. Now, as I said before, Kawhi Leonard is averaging 27 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. But what I want to talk about is Kawhi Leonard getting ready to take over in these playoffs? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, let me remind you guys that Kawhi Leonard last season in the playoffs was a beast. To put that in perspective, in the regular season, Kawhi Leonard is averaging 32.3 minutes per game. In the playoffs last season, he played 39 minutes a game. So he has the ability to really go into playoff mode, like for real. So some people who are out there worrying about load management, did Kawhi miss any games in the playoffs last year due to load management? Did he? Can somebody just write that in the comment section, what game it was that he missed in the playoffs? He was available for every single game, and a lot of people said he wasn't even at 100% health. But he was still there. And what happened? Last season, Kawhi Leonard averaged 30.5 points a game, 49% he shot from the field, 38% he shot from the three-point line, 88% from the free throw line, 9.1 rebounds a game, 1.7 steals, and damn near 1 block a game. That's what Kawhi Leonard got you in the playoffs last season. He was by far the best player in the playoffs, and it wasn't even close. He was better by a mile. And what I think is that's what's going to happen I think Kawhi Leonard is going to take over these playoffs. Now, his numbers may not be as gaudy as last season with all of those 40. I think he had like 3 40-point games throughout his playoff run last. I know he had one against Orlando. I definitely know he had one against Orlando. But this season, I believe he's going to average between 28 and 30 points for the entire playoffs. And whether or not Paul George is ready or not, Kawhi Leonard is going to be ready. And I think Kawhi Leonard is primed. I mean primed to take over these playoffs, this upcoming playoffs. And that's why I picked the Clippers. I'm not picking them off of faith. I'm picking them off of their leader and what I saw last season. That's the same dude. And now you give him a legitimate top 10 NBA player to play with in Paul George as a running mate. Not Kyle Lowry. Not Serge Ibaka. Who was tremendous last season. But he had Pascal Siakam, but now you're replacing those dudes with Paul George and Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. So I think Kawhi Leonard is going to take over these playoffs. I think he's going to go into beast mode. And no one is going to have an answer for this dude in the playoffs this year. I guarantee you guys that. For more short clips and other interesting shows, be sure to subscribe to the Dreamerspro YouTube channel. And for more in-depth analysis on sports and other events around the sporting world, make sure you follow us on our Dreamerspro Podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Until the next episode, peace.